welcome back to another Esonotes. This day I am going to be updating the ultimate diet video of which I did before. This is the first update. Let me now begin. So first you're going to have raw chicken meat and butter. Next you're going to have raw ruminant hearts. Now this is the triad. This is essentially the main triad. So if you want to eat in a casual day, this is essentially what you have to eat and you will not be deficient, right? Heart is essentially a lighter version of liver. So you can eat it as much as you want, and obviously you'll get tired at some point, but at least you will not have vitamin A toxicity or any other issues. Next, you're going to have ruminant flesh. This could be from cows or buffalo, and you're also going to have some raw liver. Now the liver could be from any animal really, as long as the animal is healthy and you can eat it raw. You should have this in smaller quantities as you're already eating a lot of heart, and you should eat it intuitively, so you should not force liver down your throat. Next, you're going to have the second triad, which is oysters, fish, and eggs. This is the miscellaneous bunch. Now this is essentially things you can add to your meals, which would essentially make you healthier. I would like to call them Vitalis aspects. This is a new concept in the channel. So Vitalis aspects are essentially foods which are healthier than what you normally eat, or at least they add upon the health of which you get from the foods of which you eat every single day. So oysters, fish, and eggs. These are very, very good, especially eggs. And if you add eggs to any other food, then the food nutrition is going to increase, of course, since they're very easy to get into foods and you can stack them up as much as you want. Next, we're going to have the hydration. So we have animal-based hydration, plant-based hydration, and neutral hydration. For animal-based hydration, you're going to have raw milk, blood. Now these are going to hydrate you very well. You can mix both together if you want, because blood in itself does not taste so good. So you mix them together and you have a smoothie, and you'll be very well hydrated with them, so you'll find yourself not being thirsty as much anymore. Next, we're going to have plant-based hydration. So for plant-based hydration, we're going to have coconut water, fruit juices, and sugarcane water. Now many people may say, hey, but why are you drinking fruit juices and sugarcane water? Isn't that bad for you? Isn't the excess sugar going to be too bad? Well, of course, you're going to have it in moderation for first, but secondly, you're also going to have in mind a very specific concept. Sugar in its natural state within a fruit or within a juice is actually very safe and very good to consume. Let me explain. So when you heat sugar up and then you separate it, right, you have this sugar cube, and this sugar cube is all by itself. It's just pure glucose. So this glucose does not have any material to bind itself to as to be properly digested by the human body. So the blood sugar will spike much more than if you were to drink it, the sugar juice alongside the fruit's fibers and the other things, the miscellaneous as well. So what I'm trying to say here is that sugar in its natural state acts differently than sugar when it is synthetically made or isolated. So when you have sugar with fiber and other stuff, some of the sugars doesn't even get digested. Some of it just goes through you if your body does not need it. Some of it gets stored in the cell and it's just used. But when it is pure sugar, then the body truly does not know purely what to do with it. At least the body is not used to having it. So fruit juices and sugarcane is actually good for liver glycogen, so you can have them. Approved. Next is going to be neutral hydration. Now neutral hydration is just water, plain water. But the reason why I added this, even though it sounds quite obvious, is that water may be quite dehydrating if you have the wrong kind of water. Now let me explain. If you have water that's straight from the tap or straight from the bottle, and that this water just comes from a very plain source and is heated up to remove any sort of bacteria whatsoever, this water is not good for you because you do not get the essential bacteria. There's not enough nutrients in it. Most of them evaporate. Some of them are water soluble. So when you go to drink it, the water takes more from you than you get from it. So essentially you're losing. So ideally you should get spring water or water that is quite dirty actually. So it has a lot of bacteria. Now this is quite controversial, but mixing water with dirt may actually be beneficial. I'll study that and then I'll come with a video as to explain it. But this is essentially it, guys. Now we're going to go to the carbohydrates. Now the carbohydrates, you're going to be eating tubers, rice, and fruit. This is essentially it. For carbohydrates, just keep it simple. Don't eat beans, don't eat plants, any other plants. Just keep it simple. And that's essentially it. Now for the plant-based hydration as well, you can also eat fruits. You don't need to juice them. But juicing them, I believe, is much more fun than just drinking them like that. But if you have something like a banana, I allow you to eat it. The next thing would be the formulas in the Primal Diet. So you're going to have the nut formula to remove excess hormones. You're going to have the veggie formula, well, to get the minerals and alkalize your body. You're also going to get the lube formula in order to lubrificate your innards. But of course, you don't need the lube formula really. But all you can simply do is eat a lot of butter. You can just eat butter just like that. And you will have no need to just have the lube formula. But the lube formula, of course, is a very sweet thing to drink. So you can make it almost every single day. You can drink it quite consistently and you'll feel good from it. And that's essentially it. This has been an Esokiekie Classic. Thank you very much. Bye.